2024 is your glow up year. It's the year that we level up our careers, our finances, our relationships, a complete metamorphosis into the versions of ourselves that we want to become. And absolutely no more of playing it safe or just staying stuck in what's comfortable. Now, real change takes work and it takes time and it takes effort, but I truly do believe that we are all fully capable of becoming the best versions of ourselves. It's just going to take intention, commitment, and the willingness to do the hard things. Today, we are going to be talking major mindset shifts and also going after those goals and those desires that you have wanted for so long. So that way, in 2025, when you're out living your wildest dreams, remember this very moment, this very day, you chose to actually believe in yourself. This is the day that your growth journey sparked a flame that's going to light up your entire future. But before we can do anything, we have to discuss the one thing that is the most important thing if you are ever going to do a glow up or change your life, and that, my friends, is mindset. Mindset is the key to being successful at anything in life. If you can't address your internal beliefs and what's going on inside, anything external that you try to do is going to fall apart. Because if you down to your core don't believe that you deserve success or health or loving relationships or a career that you are so happy with, why on earth would the universe even conspire to give you any of those things? The universe runs on energy and like attracts like, so what you really feel is what you're going to get back in this universe. So you really have to believe in yourself, and that's where all of the mindset starts. It truly starts with you. I was actually watching Alex Hormozi's YouTube video. He'll say the most enlightening things and you're just like, oh dang. He just called me out. But this one thing that he said really struck my core, and he said, in order to change your reality, you must confront it. And that is so incredibly insightful and so true. In order to make 2024 a glow up year, we're gonna have to do things that we haven't done before and handle situations in a way we haven't in the past. And when there is an aspect of your reality that you are not happy with, it's very important to actually confront these issues. So for Alex, he really wanted to change his financial situation. So instead of sulking about it and complaining and feeling sorry for himself, he checked his bank account every single morning. This was such a reminder to him to do something that day to push him towards what reality he truly wanted, and that was to be financially free. That was to have the means to live the life that he desired. We have to face the parts of our lives and our realities that we have been trying so hard to shove under the rug or even consciously or subconsciously avoid because we just don't want to deal with them, and having to solve them is going to be a grueling, uncomfortable process. But nothing is going to change unless you face these problems, confront them, and deal with them. This is not our first instinct to do as humans because it's so uncomfortable, but everything that you want in life and everything that you desire is on the other side of that uncomfortable feeling. I actually heard an interview with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think I said that right. He said that comfort is evil. You are never going to grow and you're never going to evolve if you stay comfortable. That feeling of fear that sits in the pit of your tummy, that's a sign of growth. And you don't want that feeling to go away, because if it goes away, then that means that you're not striving and evolving and growing into the version of you that you want to be. So ultimately, we need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I was actually reading a book by Jen Sincero. She had a quote in her book that really is the best way to deal with this uncomfortable feeling. She says that your commitment to staying focused on who you're becoming versus who you are right now and where you are right now is the mightiest power that you've got. So instead of focusing so hard on the tasks and the things you're having to do to change your reality, if you can focus instead on that version of you that you're becoming, that is going to create a mental and emotional connection to that task and make it less daunting and less mundane. So if you're able to put that focus more so on the version of you that you're wanting to become instead of the task at hand that you may not want to do, and it may be a little draining, but it has to get done in order to push yourself forward, then focusing on that version of you keeps that bigger picture at the forefront of your mind, and it keeps that why in your mind. Because let's face it, tasks at hand and just the day-to-day things can really drown out the bigger picture, and it can drown out your why. Every choice you make, no matter how big or how small, is either going to get you closer to your goals or it's going to get you further away from your goals. So it's very important to make sure you're staying conscious on the decisions and the actions that you're taking and why you're doing those things. Because what we do now and the decisions that we make now are going to reflect later in life. For instance, if you decide to make the smaller choices of indulging in things that are maybe not as healthy for you instead of eating a healthier meal, or you decide to, stay in bed longer every day instead of moving your body a couple times a week, those small choices are going to compound and show up later as you get older, as you have more health problems. If you would have made better decisions and were conscious of those decisions in that moment in time when you were younger, then you wouldn't deal with the health problems whenever you're older. So it's really important to make sure you are staying conscious of your decisions and the choices that you're making, because they will ultimately culminate into creating a reality, whether you're happy with it or you're not happy with it. Another instance would be if you decide to not start your business and you keep putting off doing the mundane tasks, or keep putting off starting your YouTube channel, or whatever it may be that you're wanting to do. If you keep watching Netflix instead, or going out with friends instead of doing these productive things for yourself, then you're gonna find yourself in a job that you don't like and not inspiring people or doing what it is you want to do because you didn't make those small choices before that would create that reality for you. If you're able to make this shift in your mindset from discomfort to empowerment, it's seriously going to make you so much stronger. It's going to build a ton of resilience, and it's just going to propel you towards your life that you're wanting to create. In 2024, we need to become solution-based thinkers. You only get more problems when you only think about your problems. There are inevitably going to be setbacks and obstacles whenever you are working towards your goals. You just have to figure out a way around them. Instead of just throwing your hands up and letting everything else win and everyone else win, you have to fight for your goals and for yourself. There's actually a Navy SEAL. His name is Jocko Willink. He is a Navy SEAL, and he is actually known for his incredibly unusual response to a problem. If anyone in his team ever came to him with an issue or with bad news, he would respond with, "Good." He says that anytime there is a problem or something doesn't go your way, that's an opportunity to find a solution. It's an opportunity to grow stronger. And if you're able to say the word good, then that means you are alive, you are breathing, and you are well, and you still have fight in you. It can be kind of an abrasive mindset, but it is really, really true that no matter how bad a situation is, you have to fight. Eventually, you will train your brain to become solution-based, so whenever a situation arises, you will automatically start thinking about a solution and a way to solve it or to work around it. And not to mention the boost of confidence that you'll get whenever you do figure out a solution to a difficult situation, and you can use that as momentum to keep going forward. We also have to have delayed gratification. Delayed gratification builds discipline and self-control. It's about making choices that won't bring you instant pleasure, but will push you further towards larger aspirations in your life. This discipline that you build with delayed gratification is the foundation for consistent progress. A lot of the times, what can bring instant gratification isn't going to push us towards our goals. It's not going to push us towards our glow up. So we really have to be mindful of what we're doing. You just have to remember that good things really do take time. And if they don't take time, they're not going to last. Because while it may be momentary sacrifices, you won't always have to make those sacrifices. But if you understand why you're doing that in the first place, it makes it so much easier. So for instance, for me, instead of binging hours and hours of the new season of Survivor, I spend those hours editing so that I can live out my dream of being a content creator versus sitting and becoming a couch potato watching Survivor. While yes, it may be fun in the moment, it's not going to push me towards my goals. Delayed gratification nurtures patience and resilience, enabling you to bounce back from setbacks and be able to see the bigger picture. So to protect these mindsets, we must set boundaries. You have to value your energy. No one is going to value your energy like you do, so you have to protect it. It's one of your most valuable commodities. No one is going to set those boundaries for you. Others will keep demanding your time and demanding that you pour your energy into them. But the beauty is, only you get to decide each day who and what has access to you. It is not easy, and some people in your life may be understanding, but others maybe not so much. And those that don't, and those that whine and cry about it, are the ones that you're setting boundaries for the most. But you have to do it because you have to create that space for yourself to flourish. And you can't flourish if you're pouring your energy into other people. And a lot of the times whenever we set out to achieve certain goals or go for our dream life or whatever it may be, it upsets a lot of the people around us. It's because the version of you that you are currently fits into their reality. And if you're gonna go chase your goals and your dream life and glow up, then you're not going to be the version of you that you are right now, and that's going to change their reality. And that scares a lot of people. So if you have people that are close to you that you do care about, but they aren't as supportive of what you're doing, think about how it's affecting them and from their perspective. Don't change anything you're doing because you deserve to live your life and put your energy into the goals and dreams that you have. You changing takes away any excuses that they have been holding on to so tight as to why they can't change and why they can't go after their goals. But if you're able to and you're able to be successful at it, it literally rips those excuses away from them. So if you have people close to you that you do care about that maybe aren't as supportive of you as you want them to be, it's totally okay. It is just because you're changing, you're evolving into another version of you that they just haven't gotten to know yet. So definitely make sure you are setting boundaries because your energy is so incredibly valuable and it is very hard to regenerate sometimes. So you have to take that energy and put it into things that are going to push you forward and that are going to better yourself. Set systems in place. Motivation is going to ebb and flow. There's days where you're going to be so motivated and excited to work towards your goals, and then there's going to be other days where just doing the basic things is going to feel like it takes all of your energy. But if you can implement systems, it's basically going to streamline your habits and your routines so that you don't fall off. A lot of the times that we fall off of our routines and our schedules and our habits is because we haven't set the correct systems in place. Think about like a train and their sets of tracks, right? Your systems are the train tracks and you are the train. If you don't have your tracks, you're just gonna veer off course. So a lot of the times whenever we fall off of our routines or we fall off of our habits, it's because we didn't have our systems in place. Systems are going to create structure and essentially streamline everything so that whenever you don't feel like it, it makes it 10 times easier to still do the things you don't feel like doing. For example, let's take a morning routine. Instead of waking up at 5 a.m. and looking around in the darkness and being like, what the heck do I do? You create a morning routine that is very mindful. You know, you do journaling, you have your coffee, you work out, you know exactly what to do. Even on the mornings whenever you wake up and you are so groggy, you don't know what day it is, all you want to do is crawl back into the bed, pull the covers over your face and say to heck with it. Having a system is going to make it where you don't even have to think about it. It takes away the decision fatigue of getting things done. So with our morning routine, we don't have to think about what to even do every morning whenever we wake up. We wake up and we know instantly first thing we do is we go stretch, or we grab our journal and we journal, or we go meditate just to have some time and peace and quiet to ourselves. You don't have to sit there and think, oh, how can I make this the best morning for myself? It's already laid out for you. You just have to follow the tracks. Having systems can also kill bad habits like scrolling because you'll know what to be doing with your time instead of lollygagging or procrastinating. You'll know exactly what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, so that you don't go and do these mindless things that aren't going to get you anywhere towards your goals. And this is really great where if you ever come across any obstacles or life just does its thing and it knocks you down just for a little bit, it's so much easier to get back up with a system because you have those sets of tracks laid out, so you know exactly where you need to go and what you need to do. I promise with the right systems running in place efficiently over time, you will make so much more progress than even your most inspired and motivated mood. We need need to build new routines that push us out of our comfort zones and reignite our spark. I don't know about you, but whenever my days become a little overly predictable, everything just feels kind of boring, and it's not fun, it's not creative, and it's definitely not inspiring. And truly, a lot of the times that we feel stuck or we feel uninspired, we're just stagnant and we need a change. So if you don't take the initiative to change your routine or spice it up, chances are you're gonna fall off for months at a time, and then you're not gonna make any progress towards your glow up. Spicing up your routine will get you excited and revitalize you, and that way you're not reverting all the way back and starting from square one. This can be the smallest change. It could be listening to a different podcast. It could be listening to different music, or maybe changing the order of the way you do things in the morning. Or if you take a morning walk, maybe changing the route that you're taking, or maybe changing your coffee mug, changing the type of coffee you're drinking, changing your breakfast. It doesn't have to be anything insane or anything crazy or monumental. Just these small changes can really spice up your routine and keep you on track. That's another reason a lot of people fall off of their routines, is because they don't take the initiative to make any changes or to spice it up. So you get feeling very stuck and very stagnant. They don't ever pinpoint as to why they feel uninspired and just very blah. So they end up just kind of stopping the routine, and that's when you fall off for months at a time. So do not ignore the feelings of feeling bored with your day-to-day. Use that stagnation as an opportunity to spice things up. And spicing things up like that just helps you rediscover your passion for the day-to-day. You should be excited to wake up and make those strides toward the best version of yourself. The power truly lies within you, and it's up to you to make those changes and make it spicy again to where you can actually enjoy your routine and just keep going and glowing. Nourish your body and take care of your gut health. Think of your body like an intricate mansion that houses your goals, your dreams, and your highest potential. Now imagine trying to showcase these gorgeous rooms to visitors whenever it hasn't even been taken care of. There's peeling paint everywhere, the pipes are backed up, and it is just not in a good condition. That's because no one maintained the foundation over time. You'd be incredibly embarrassed to show off this mansion. Your body is just like this. It's a living, breathing structure that is carrying incredible purpose and gifts that truly deserve to shine. It's literally your soul's home while it's on earth. And you can't glow up if you are fueling your soul's home with junk food and processed sugars, stress and cortisol, and it is just not going to work. Your gut is your second brain, and whenever you are feeding that bad gut bacteria inside, that's when you feel lethargic. That's whenever you feel sluggish and bloated and like you can't think clearly, and also puts us in a really bad mood. It causes toxins to build up and then completely knocks our hormones out of whack, and we know what kind of mess that is. That brings a whole other set of issues. This can not only affect how you feel inside, but also show externally, whether your skin breaks out, your hair doesn't look as healthy and shiny as it used to, and all of this can lead to confidence issues. And then that's going to lead to lack of action. So you can kind of see how it's all connected. Take the time to fuel your body with the foods that truly nourish it and make you feel like the best you possible. Because whenever you're feeling amazing and energized, that is going to carry over into your productivity. It's literally going to skyrocket because you actually have the energy and the drive to do things and get things done. We also need to rest whenever we know we need it. Be strategic with this one, because we need to ask ourselves, are we actually tired or are we procrastinating? Because there are times where you need to just push through, and there are other times where you do truly need to take a step back and take a break. Sometimes taking a break can feel a little lazy and counterproductive, but truly, if you really are tired, taking that one day or so of resting, it'll make you more productive in the long run because you actually refueled yourself. It'll make you even more productive in the long run because you won't just be running on fumes. An example of this for me would be counting calories. I got so burnt out on counting calories. I was so tired of writing it down and doing the math, so I took a day and I didn't count my calories for that day, and taking that one day off made me motivated for the next week to count my calories, versus if I had pushed through that one day to count, I probably would have just burned myself out and then I would have fallen off for the week after that. So really just taking time to rest whenever you are genuinely tired is sometimes the productive thing to do. You just have to be conscious and honest with with yourself if that is what you need, because sometimes it can actually make you more productive. Just keep in mind, the longer that you rest, the harder it is to get back up. Give yourself some time, but don't give yourself too much time. And lastly, we're just gonna go for it in 2024. Do the things that make you uncomfortable. Start that new business. Go on that fitness journey. Join that club or that team. The growth and opportunities that you're craving are on the other side of that uncomfortable feeling. You just have to push yourself through it. You've got this. I believe in you. I'm cheering you on. You are going to make this the best glow up year you've ever had. And with that, that is going to wrap up today's video. I really hope you enjoyed and got inspired and motivated. I know a new year is pretty daunting and can be overwhelming, but we've got this together. So if you're excited for more content like this, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe down below. Thank you guys so much for being here and for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.